All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? We nearly didn't have an episode this week. This is my second attempt of recording another episode, so I'm not going to try repeat some of the jokes and the stuff I was talking about, because that would be dishonest. I had a fuck up with my computer, and I took it to the app. Is there any place worse or more arrogant than the Apple Store? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's a COVID prevention or what they did is now they're using COVID as an excuse to change how they do things. It's like trying to get into a nightclub. I went over there, the problem with the MacBook there to record this episode for you people, for you lovely people. And I get there, and there's a big massive fat guy who doesn't look like he belongs in the Apple Store. Do you know the Apple Store guys I'm talking about? The big, thick, big black glasses. The men have man buns. I've had man buns before during working out. I think they look disgusting. Weird tattoos. Weird just symbols. Girls with purple hair and green hair. And that's the look of the Apple. This guy did not look like he belonged at the Apple Store. He looked like a bouncer, and a bouncer he was. As I pulled up to I just figured I would walk into the Apple Store to see what was wrong with my technology. And as soon as I walk in, the big guy's like, whoa. Back up a little bit. This is what he says to me. He goes, did you make your appointment? He goes, you gotta check in first. Like it's a fucking nightclub. So now I got to get online behind this rope, behind these other people, like it's a fucking nightclub. Oh, I guess I didn't realize we were going to break the line, because you used to just walk into a fucking store, like everyone else walks into a store, like every other store you can just walk into, but not the Apple Store. Now it's the nightclub, and the music is inside going. Yeah, we're going to the Apple Store. So then the guy walks up to me, this guy who looks like he works in the Apple Store, right? Tall guy, gangly, weird hair, big thick glasses. Hey man, I like your shirt. First thing he says to me, all right, I'm wearing this shirt. Pulp Fiction, great movie. I normally don't wear shirts with things on them, but I do for podcasts. And if I'm on stage once in a while, I usually just go for a plain white or a plain black shirt, because I used to go to a stage where like I would see a cool Doors shirt like Jim Morrison passed out on stage or whatever. And I'm going to get that shirt. It's fucking cool. But then I was really like, I can't see this shirt. Do you understand? Like, I cannot see the shirt. I don't look down and go, it's fucking Jim Morrison. You see the shirt. And then I'm thinking, why do I give a fuck if you know I like the Doors or not? So t-shirts are a waste. But I put this on just to break up the... You know why I do it? Because when you're scrolling, this is true. When you're scrolling through YouTube to watch this show, you might go, I watched that episode. Oh, wait, that's a Pulp Fiction shirt. I didn't see the Pulp Fiction episode. Because if not, it's the same background. You kind of, as you scroll and you see the thumbnail, you'll know it's a different episode. But anyway, so he sees the shirt and he goes, cool shirt. Like, all right, we got it. And he goes, what can I do for you? Do you have an appointment today? Didn't think I needed an appointment to walk into a fucking store. But okay. No, I don't have an appointment. He goes, that's okay. We can get you an appointment. Again, the guy's nice as pie. I'm not shitting on him as a person, you know, just a bit of Apple, like, come on. So he goes, what can I do for you? And I tell him what's wrong, and he goes, do you have the Apple protection? I go, no, I don't have the Apple protection. So he immediately tries to start selling me new technology, like a new computer, instead of going, okay, let's fix it, because all it is something simple like this, something to do with the charger, and I just don't want to start sticking wires in there with one of the charging things. And he didn't even look at it. He didn't even say, let's try fix it. He immediately goes, well, we're running a special on and he started telling me the prices of new computers. I'm like, I didn't come in for that. If you brought your car in for an oil change, you go, hey, I need an oil change. Lucky for you, we're doing a fucking special on Subarus. Just fix the shit, find out what's wrong with it so I can go. I have people to entertain. Do you know what I mean? Like, Apple, aren't you busy just fucking killing, you know what I mean? Like, being part of the Stop Asian Hate, also adding to the Asian hate. Isn't that what you're supposed to do, Apple? Stop acting like you are in the most exclusive fucking nightclub in the mall. I don't need to wait online to get into Build a Bear. I can walk right in, build my fucking bear. I don't need to wait online like an asshole. to see if the guy's going to lift up the rope and let me in because I'm dressed cool enough. Well, apparently I am because he likes me shirt. Fucking Apple Store. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Mick Thomas here. Appreciate you liking, subscribing, listening. Join in. I'm on Apple. I'm on Spotify. I'm on everywhere you get your podcast. That's where I am. And I'm on YouTube. Appreciate you to go. I would like you to start going over to YouTube and subscribing now since I got through all this hassle. I'm wearing the nice t-shirts for you. Yeah, I'd appreciate that if you did. Give me a comment. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. No bother. Yeah, it's so, you know, and all my other podcasts, Almost Irish podcast with Dan Barry, Dennis Rooney, comedians, friends, great. I don't have to do all the heavy lifting. So it was, it's good. It's a good show. Check it out. Almost Irish podcast, the same place you get this show, this episode. So if you listen to this, there's no excuse why you can't get the Almost Irish podcast. It's funny. Check it out. Celebrities are weird, right? Celebrities are gone off the fucking deep end now, don't you think? They're gone fucking absolutely mental. I don't know what's going on with them all, man. Especially this week, like Seth Rogen came out. What did he say? I kind of took a screenshot of the thing. I just want to make sure I didn't log out of it, of course. Yeah. So Seth Rogen says he doesn't understand comedians who complain about cancel culture. If you've made a joke, that's aged terribly, accept it. So basically what he's saying is that comedians... That's siren, by the way, as I live across the street from a firehouse. Can't help it. Right now you're listening to somebody probably burning. There's a tragedy going on right now. We're listening to the call for help live on Cheaper Than Therapy. So Seth Rogen went out and he goes, I don't care, whatever joke you made in the 80s, whatever joke you made in the 90s, you're going to pay for it. If it doesn't age well, you should be cancelled for it. Like, fuck off, Seth Rogen. This episode is going to be called Burning Bridges, by the way, because I'm sure I'm going to piss off somebody in Hollywood, in that circle. But fucking Seth Rogen is a guy. Now, do I respect... I like Seth Rogen movies, so I'm not going to be one of those people that's like hypocritical and go like, I like Seth... I don't like his movies anymore. His movies are fucking funny, man. Neighbours is a great movie. This Is the End is probably in my top 5 comedies. I'm a big Seth Rogen fan. I like what he does. It's fucking boy. That's a bad impression. I wasn't even scratch that. I won't even edit it. I should edit it. So now he's like being a cunt and he's just saying like, oh, you should. What about your shitty jokes, mate? What about your shitty jokes? Are they not? What about the movies you were part of? How about that? Because everything is on TV. Like I see a name pop up of like executive producer or something. Like, so you're basically being a cunt, mate, right? You're just out there and you're going like, well, comedians shouldn't. Do you understand their jokes? They're jokes, and people say, well, you shouldn't joke. You can joke about anything as long as it's fucking just funny. As long as, like, even if it's not funny, it's a joke. You're trying to make light of a horrific situation. That's what we do. And if it doesn't age well, why? It's still a joke. Here's the good thing about it. If you're offended by a joke or you don't find it funny, here's what you do. That's it. That's all you got to do. Don't laugh at it, mate. Don't laugh. Listen, comedians don't go out there. I've said this before. I'm sure I'm not the first person to say this, but we don't go out and go, I'm going to upset somebody today. Comedians go out and we want to make people laugh. So Seth fucking Rogen, who's made famous for his fucking laugh, right, is being a right cunt because now he's out there saying, like, he is so woke now. He is just fucking trying so hard. I wonder, does he have so many skeletons in his closet that we're about to find, and now he's kind of doing a preemptive strike where he's basically saying, I'm not, like, you should be offended. You should be offended if you did a joke 20 years ago when the line of what was appropriate was way back here then. Like, is it my fault you're supposed to the line gets pushed back? I think Jim Jeffries spoke about that. Hang on. I want to be careful I didn't knock the microphone out. Scusi. I want to make sure it's not a technical problem. Still going fine. Yeah, Jim Jeffries said something about, here's the line. This is what the line was, what you can and can't joke about. And now, don't punish me for what the line was back 10 years ago. So I think Seth's got something going on, to be quite honest with you. You fucking, like, he's so woke, like he's ashamed to be a white person. Like, it's okay to be white, believe it or not. It's all right. It's all right to be. It's okay to be white. That's all. That's all I'm saying to you. It is. You did nothing wrong. Maybe your ancestors were cunts, but you did nothing wrong. It's okay to be white. You don't have to be ashamed of yourselves. You don't have to go out and feel guilty for what other people did. You don't have to. Because what people do, no matter what your race is, no matter what your gender is, no matter what you are, they don't represent you. You as an individual represent yourself. So Seth, if you think white people are shit, just, we're not all shit, mate. And then didn't he do something too with James Franco? Him and James Franco have made some of the funniest fucking... I watched what they called the other day. Hysterical. What was the one? The Interview? Where they go after Kim Jong-un. I'm sure Look at, here's the thing. Offensive material, right? We call it offensive because who's to say it's offensive? What offends you does not offend me. So why is it offensive? You know what I get offended by is like, and this is me, I shouldn't even get offended by things, but like when someone calls you a Nazi for disagreeing with them, I'm like, no, I'm more offended that you call me a Nazi. I'm more offended about being called a Nazi than what you are of being the thing that made you want to call me a Nazi. Does that make sense? Stop it, fucking Seth. So you go, I have no plans to work with James Franco again. Your best friend, do you know what I mean? Your buddy, your fucking head honcho lad. The guy who put you on the map with him together made some great fucking movies. And because you're not happy that he goes after like younger girls. I don't know much about the story of what James Franco did, so I'm not going to defend him. I'm not going to comment on what he did or what he didn't do because I don't know the stories or the accusations 100%. All I know is Seth Rogen fucking distanced himself from him. And you don't have to publicly come out and say that you're not going to work with him, mate. Just don't work with him. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to work with Robert De Niro ever again. Watch. Here's me. Not working with Robert De Niro. I'm doing it. You don't have to go out and fucking I'm never going to work with Robert De Niro. Let's be honest. And his career is kind of, he's kind of on the way out anyway, right? Mr. De Niro, he kind of had a nervous breakdown over Mr. Trump. I just think he's knitting with one needle. Do you know what I mean? He's one crumb short of a sandwich, one sandwich short of a picnic. Is all Robert. Again, burning bridges on this episode. So Seth, fuck off, all right? There is a such thing as a cancel culture when you're coming after comedians for making jokes. And that's all we're doing. We're making jokes. We're going out there. We're going to try to have some fun. We want an audience to have fun. And that's it. You know what I mean? I watched Saturday Night Live this week. Not this week. I never watched it. I'm lying to you. Someone sent me 2 clips. One was the Celtic women one. I don't know if you've seen it. It's very, very funny. But I, as an Irish person, I could technically get offended by that. Right? But we didn't. No Irish people were offended by it. No Irish people were offended by it. And they did the weekend update with Michael Che and Colin Jost where they wrote each other jokes, and the jokes were extremely racist. But they were fucking funny. And the reason why they got away with it is because, a black guy wrote that joke. The black guy wrote the racist joke about the black person and vice versa, the white person. And Michael Che is black, Colin Jost is white. But why... Do you understand? That's still technically racist. The racist jokes. I fucking love them, by the way. I'm not sitting here turning around and going like, well, how come they get to get away with it, but we don't? But the joke is still the joke. But just because it was written by a black person about black people, it doesn't make it acceptable. Does that make sense to you? Why are we fucking worrying about... You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking hypocrisy. If the words are being said that are supposed to offend you, the joke is racist... Right? But it's okay to laugh because it was said by a black person. It's still a funny fucking joke. The jokes were fucking funny. About a black Superman. About... you go watch the clip. I don't need to tell you about it. It's going viral. So this cancel culture bullshit, I'm not going back into cancel culture. I've done an episode about it. But fucking Seth Rogen, get your head out your arse, mate. It's okay to be white, Seth. It's okay. Okay? We'll hug you. It's fine. It's all right to be one of us. It's all right, man. It's not bad, actually. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. So don't worry about it. You're okay. You did nothing wrong. You don't have to tell people you did nothing wrong. Just walk around. Don't do anything wrong, Seth. Holy shit. They're out. They're all out in their drones, lads. Demi Lovato's another one. Fuck me. I think she's the next Britney. Don't you? I think she could be the next Britney Spears in relation to fucking going off the deep end. Like, are you not getting enough attention? You're not getting enough attention that you make an announcement. Like an announcement. right? An announcement. And that presidents were the only ones that would do an announcement. Fire marshals. I have an announcement. There's a fire. I have an announcement. There's a rapist amongst you. Be careful. He will rape. There's a rapist in the room, right? Someone stole my keys. That, you know what I'm trying to say? It's bananas. It is fucking bananas with these. So Demi Lovato, I'm rambling now. Demi Lovato came out. She goes, I have an announcement to make. I've been enlightened. I've had a revelation. Her words, not mine. A revelation. And I would like to say that I've now decided to change my pronouns to they and them. Look at. Number one, nobody gives a shit, Demi Lovato. Nobody gives a shit. Just like nobody gives a shit about how you tweeted this week saying, oh, by the way, I'm 1% African. What does that mean? What does that mean? You can wear a dashiki now and we can't say anything about it? Like, oh, I'm wearing a dashiki. I'm African. Right? You can tell the black jokes now that Michael Che tells because you're 1% African. Do you carry that card around with you? 1% African. So you can get away with saying shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your and these fucking things about your pronouns too. Look, I'm not denying, and not that I don't respect it, but when you are an individual and you say, I want to be known as they, them, right? You can't get mad when you don't understand how confusing that is for someone that doesn't get it. Like I talk to my daughter about this shit all the time and she gets upset and she gets mad at me. But do you understand, like, we don't know the difference between, like, it's bad grammar. Here's the point. Shut up, Mick. Get to the point. It's bad fucking grammar to say they, them. Like, if I'm pointing to you and across the corner and I go like, oh, I gave my keys to somebody. Who'd you give it to? And I see Demi Lovato. I'm supposed to go, them. And the person was like, wait, what? Them? There's only one person. They and them. It's bad grammar. It's not correct. And then the argument back, and if someone said to me already, they'll go, well, you should say that. It's just like changing a name. It's like, no. There's a habit. I grew up in Ireland for fucking years and years, and I would say something like, I think I said on this episode, here's me water. That's bad grammar. It's bad grammar. Me phone, me computer, me microphone. Bad grammar. I still say it, but like now, when I talk to people, depending on who I'm talking to, I might say, oh, my car. But once in a while, the muscle memory will kick in. Right? I'll go, oh yeah, me keys. Terrible grammar. So if I'm talking about Demi Lovato and I go, oh yeah, her, they'll fucking snap at you, man. I've seen it. I've seen the like they snap at you. Excuse me, my pronouns are. Like, why? There's no give and take, right? It's just, here's what the fucking pronouns are, and fuck you, cancel you if you don't get it right. Like, you're not allowed to rely on your muscle. Like, it's like if I take a pen and start writing with your left hand. You could do it unless, if you're a righty, pick it up, start writing with your left hand. That's a hard thing to do. Very hard thing to do. Right? I mean, it's not hard to do. You can do it, but it's going to be, the picture is going to, or the whatever you're writing is going to be shit. Isn't it? It's going to be absolutely shit. But it's like, you can't fucking turn it on like that. You can't turn it off. If I see one person, it's a fucking person. It's a one person. It's not a they and a them. I'm sorry. I'm not disrespecting your pronouns, by the way. So don't take all these clips and fucking go, cancel him. He said this. No. I'm not disrespecting you. And I'll fucking try call you what I want to. But you understand, it's bad fucking grammar. It was like fucking Beyonce. Who run the world? Right? I know half of you are screaming at your phone going, girls. But who run the world? I hope, you know what? Who run the world? Hopefully somebody's got better grammar. Who run the world is not good grammar. They, them, talking about one fucking person is just not good grammar. No, I'm not a grammar police. We've all got those. Right? It's hard enough fucking texting people when you think Y-O-U''RE. Did you ever get those texts and in your head you correct them but you don't want to? That's what it's like. There. I'm over there, T-H-E-R-E. That's their money, T-H-E-I-R. Now what's there? It's fucking mind-blowing, lads. Demi Lovato, you're off your fucking meds, mate. Take him. Again, you, Seth Rogen, get him and just fuck off. Get into your car. Take Caitlyn Jenner with you because she's a fucking another one. See? I got I got her pronouns right. Respectful. She's running for the governor of California. More power to her. This is the world we live in now. Right? Seth Rogen, he's not even a comedian, by the way. He does comedy movies, and that's not the definition of a comedian to me. He goes out, he makes these fucking shitty movies. He tells comics. No, he makes good movies. Let me take that back. Back up. He makes good, funny movies. And what happens? He goes after comedians for saying we don't want to be cancelled for telling jokes. Then he gets rid of his own friends. Demi Lovato saying call me day dem when it's fucking not. It's bad grammar. And now Caitlyn Jenner is running to be fucking governor of California. And she'll probably win. She'll probably win too. Right? She'll probably win. Because when you're a celebrity, we don't care about what you did. We don't care about what you did in the past. Right? No one's going to bring up the fact that you killed 2 people. Caitlyn Jenner. Nobody's going to say that about you. That you fucking just 2 lives gone. Nobody's going to say that when you're running for it. Because they'll go, you know what? I think she should do it because she's trans. Is she qualified? She's trans. Yeah, but what are her policies? She's trans. All right. Vote for her. Remember the celebrities when you were growing up? I don't know. I'm going to probably date myself now. But remember you would go and you would watch, you would go to the movies and watch fucking Lethal Weapon 3. You had Mel Gibson, you had Danny Glover, you watch Jean-Claude Van Damme, you watch Sylvester Stallone, you watch Meg Ryan, Michelle Pfeiffer, Kim Basinger, right? Show my age there. You didn't give a fuck what they did in their spare time. They were never on the magazines at the supermarket. They were never on Twitter telling you how to live your life, telling you who to fucking vote for. You know what I mean? Like I saw an interview the other day with the guy, I don't know his name. That's how lazy I am, and that's how little I give a fuck. The guy from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the guy was in the Megan Fox one. The guy who played Raphael, if you will. And how he was just bitching. He's like, yeah, man, it was the worst experience of my life. What was it? Yeah, it was so fucking hard. What happened? Here's what he said. Google it. We'll look it up yourself. When I finished shoot, they wouldn't send a car to bring us, so we had to make a call for a car to bring us back to the hotel. Oh, no. Really? You had to wait for a lift back to your hotel? This guy was fucking crying. Like, not legit, but bitching and moaning. Like, I couldn't get fuck. I would never work on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again. Yeah. Some guy driving to fucking work right now, listen to this episode, pulling into the parking lot, who just fucking does not want to get out of his car, not because the episode is so good. He's looking for any distraction before he goes into that fucking building. He's like, maybe I'll just finish off this episode. There's 2 more minutes left. These fucking celebrities. Nobody gives a fuck. Stop putting them on these pedestals and trying to... Who should we vote for? Fucking hell. This episode just went off the... I was supposed to talk about other stuff, about what happened in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania this week. You know what? I'll talk about it on my other podcast, the Almost Irish podcast, which will be out this week, I would say. Sorry, I didn't get a chance. I had a cool story about a veteran in a wheelchair named Danny. It was a fucking great story. Fucking great story. Maybe I'll talk about it on over there later on today. I'm recording that today with Barry and Dan Barry and Rooney. Check that out. But anyway, guys, look, I gotta go. Sorry, it kind of rambled a bit. It didn't really have any structure, but this is my second time recording this because of the fucking Apple people. But thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing. Put some comments in, guys, even good or bad. I don't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever works for you. And subscribe to the YouTube. You get to look at my mop of a head. But it was lovely talking to you, lads. Thanks so much. I hope you're all well. And until next time, take care of yourselves and good luck to you. Good luck.